This is the 2021 Cadillac XT4. It's a small vehicle, but it's interesting. If you look at it, the front lights are very distinctive. Kind of reaches out and grabs you. It does have 18-inch wheels, and if you look alongside the vehicle, you'll see it does have keyless entry. So if you want to lock it or unlock it, you press this button. And then it looks like these will light up, and maybe that would help you when you're going to get to the vehicle at night. Now, as you walk around the vehicle, again, it has the distinctive rear end with the interesting Cadillac lights. Whenever you see those, you know exactly what it is. Now, let's open up the trunk. It does go up by itself after you release it, and it doesn't have much room in the back. You see there's a little bit. You're not going to put a washer or dryer in there probably, but the back seats do fold down, so it would give you some extra room if you only had two people in the vehicle. Now around the side, you'll see there's the fuel door, and to open it, there's no lever inside. You just press it and it opens like that. No fuel cap. They've got it set up where it doesn't need that. So it does recommend premium fuel. I don't know if it drives better with or without, but it does recommend it. Now let's take a look in the back seat. I'm 6'2", so the seat is back to where I feel comfortable, and you can see there's not a whole lot of leg room in the back, so it's not really a car for 4 basketball players to get in, but some children or smaller people would probably fit okay in the back. You see they do have some controls here in the middle. They've got vents as well as a place for USB, the two types, Type C and the other type. Now, one of the interesting things about the new cars is a lot of them have the same equipment. A lot of things that were once on luxury cars are now on all cars. Now, the Cadillac is a luxury vehicle. So it has power locks, memory seats, automatic front windows, and it does have power mirrors. And then here's something that's a little bit interesting. This little button has to do with the hatch in the back. So it'll open all the way or 3/4, or it won't open at all, I guess. Now, it does have power seats and lumbar support, leather seats. As you get inside the vehicle, you would expect to have some niceties here. Now, I do like the stitched leather padding, and it wraps around most of the vehicle. But one interesting thing about this vehicle is that it has the push start. Instead of using a key, you just reach your finger up there with your foot on the brake. It starts up and everything lights up for you. Rain sensor, that's nice. There's buttons on the... Now, on this vehicle, it has a lot of the controls on the steering wheel to keep you less distracted. As you can see, there's volume up, volume down. And then this button will select different things. You can roll it, and then you can select things right or left. And then I suppose this would go through tracks or going to different saved radio stations. On this side, you have cruise control, so on and off. Hold this down to set it, and then up to resume, etc. Now, there's also phone controls. Turn it off, and then talk to the car, tell it to do different things. Now, as you can see, for the 272 miles that I drove, I got over 30 miles per gallon, which is pretty nice. And the engine is peppy. I imagine it has a turbo in it. I haven't lifted the hood yet, but it does drive kind of nicely. The inside of the car has some nice things like Android Auto and an Apple CarPlay. So for either of those those phones, you'd be able to plug in your phone and it'll wirelessly work. Now, I have Android. I think it's still set up. Okay, so it's listening to the radio right now, but I also have the map set up. And so that's nice. Everything on your phone will now show up. Maybe not everything, but a lot of things will. You do have dual controls that are synced for the heat. And there's the fan controls, different places to blow the air, and then parking sensors as well. Notice that you do have a place down here for USB-C and your regular USB, and a place to plug in an accessory. Here with the shifter, there's a place to put it in park with a button, and then you hold down the side button to put it into the different gears. Here's some radio controls, other controls, and one other thing is the automatic start-stop, which is nice. That'll save you gas when you're at a long stop. So overall, it's a nice car. It's a base car, so it's nothing super special. You're not going to write home about it probably, but it's a nice, decent vehicle, especially when you're renting a car. Well, now that you've seen the video and I've had some time to think over the 2021 Cadillac XT4, I've got mixed emotions about it. Yeah, the headlights and the rear lights on the exterior are very distinctive. I like the way those look, but overall, when you look at the body of the vehicle, there's really nothing special about it. It has the Cadillac emblem, but when you walk across and see the grille, it doesn't look that special. It looks like a base model. This is probably the cheapest Cadillac that you can buy. And when you get inside, yeah, it has leather seats, and I like the stitching of, maybe it's leather or maybe it's something else, the vinyl that goes across the dashboard and on the doors, but the rest of the vehicle, is it a luxury vehicle or is it something else? You know, Cadillac was always known for being a luxury vehicle, but when luxury brands started making low-end cars, they didn't quite live up to the name. For instance, when you look at the bottom of the console and you see where you can plug in your accessories, the accessory port, there's just a piece of plastic covering it, a little plastic door. You would think Cadillac would do better than that. Now look at the steering wheel, and what's up there looks really nice. The controls there are good, and the dash looks good, but is it a wonderful car? No, it's not one that you go out of your way to buy, but it was nice enough. So if you're looking for something high-end luxury, this isn't the vehicle. But if you're trying to break into the luxury brand, then maybe this would be the way to start.